look around a little bit.
Yes, we came up this ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no ladder here.
There's a ladder over there. Wait, how do you get to there?
I was here already.
No, do you see the ladder there? Oh, do you see there's a ladder leading up to another ladder over on that side? How do you get to there?
I think that's where I was. That's where I climbed before.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Are you sure? Because the wheel is there. Yeah, it was.
We can argue about this all day, Caitlin. The best way to learn who's right is to just go over there and see where it leads.
Okay, so I have to go back towards the wheel?
I guess so, yeah. I guess you have to cross the roots.
Yes, because
I guess there's a ladder we missed over there.
You sure?
I'm pretty certain. I can't say 100%, but I'm like 99% sure.
That was a dead end, so I got
Yeah, go down this ladder. Or, well, it was a short enough ladder, you could probably just dropped it. But I actually found writing the review for that manga kind of cathartic in a way, in that it helped me, process what I just read. Also, I told you those can be slippy, right?
Yeah.
So... But...
It was harder coming back, I think, than going forward.
Mm-hmm. That is true, yeah. So, that review helped me, process it. But because it's a taboo topic, not everyone's going to review what they watch. And not everyone's going to discuss what they watch with someone else.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't review hentai or porn.
Yeah. And a lot of people also don't discuss it with their friends. You know?
No, it's grand.
So...
Sure, me and my friend were telling each other our anime characters we think are the hottest. All the ones I pointed out, except for Sebastian for Black Butter, were blonde. And she said I had type. And I was like, probably. But then my boyfriend's not even blonde. So.
Well, your taste in anime and your taste in real life could be different.
That's true.
But, so my point anyway is, one thing that I would like to do with this channel, I want people talking about it, because I think one problem is that a lot of people watch this messed up stuff and don't have any outlet to,
I think it's because they don't want to admit that they watched it.
Maybe. But, it's just a case that it's a taboo subject, and I think it's one that needs to actually be addressed.
I do remember seeing, clips online of, one kind of one. It's the mangas where the girl, it's a really ugly fat guy that the girl ends up sleeping with or something.
There's a term for that.
Yeah, it's called something. I can't remember what it is.
Ugly bastard.
Yes, thank you.
It's very popular apparently, for some reason.
Yeah, so I remember seeing clips of it.
Actually, Notorious Girlfriend would fit into that category because I thought the coach looked repulsive.
Yeah, probably.
But go on anyway.
That it was a regular guy and he had a very hot wife and he worked in an office and apparently his manager was kind of Uggs. So the roots were over here. So
yeah, so if you go over here, because
I went up this ladder before because it's the ladder I went up before.
Okay, but before that, do you want to leave those 5,000 souls or do you want to try to get them back?
Oh, probably get them back actually, you're right.
But anyway, so it's
wait, no, I was trying to tell you about the manga. No,
yeah. So this guy and his wife.
So she's very attractive and he's just a regular looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, his boss is basically one of those fat, ugly bastards.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Is into the Yaman's wife.
Okay.
And I don't know, does Yaman frame him saying he lost the company a lot of money by making a mistake, but they won't fire him if his wife becomes a secretary for him or something?
Oh, I think I've heard of this one.
But really he just basically forces the wife into sleeping with him and doing stuff under the desk with him.
Mm-hmm. Careful when you're coming up here now.
Or he will fire the husband or something.
Okay, I don't know the name of it.
I don't know the name of it either.
I think I know the one you're talking about. It's a single episode long.
Yeah, and I think there's a manga on it too.
I'm not aware of that, but maybe.
I'm not sure. And...
Well, that's a little different because...
I don't, maybe it is my anime. I couldn't
think the husband isn't aware of it in that.
The husband's not aware.
So that's not full on Netorare.
No, it's not, but it's just the ugly bastard. I always thought this movie was kind of weird though. From what I never watched it, but I just know of it. And I know from what the clips, just still images you see online when you scroll the internet, because I do have Instagram and stuff, and since I do look up anime, sometimes those appear.
This ladder here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went up this ladder.
No, you didn't. But we can see.
Maybe. Oh, maybe we didn't. But,
See? I think I'm right. Yeah, if I recall correctly, that guy
ends up liking sleeping with the ugly boss.
Yeah, there's a term as well.
But I don't know, does she leave her husband or not? I never watched.
Probably not. In those situations, they always like to have it be that they're still with the husband to like.
Because I remember, like, at the beginning of it, they were like, her and the husband were like what the? Her and the husband were like talking about having kids. I remember apparently from the stills I saw, and then it was like, oh yeah.
And if I had to guess, I bet I know whose kid she ends up having.
I don't know if she ever get pregnant then or not, because I didn't watch it. From just clips still images I saw, like that was like it. It was just weird, and I was kind of like, your husband is good looking, like he's normal looking. Like I wouldn't say but he's definitely way better than that fucking ugly boss.
Yeah. But he probably has a gigantic penis, which is what...
I think she just got addicted to him or something. Apparently, like, I don't know what it was, but, like, it was just weird. I'm like, who writes this stuff?
A lot of people. So I don't know if I said it a moment ago, there's a genre called mind break. Have you heard of mind break?
No.
So mind break is where, like, you change...
Ah, fuck.
You change the personality of someone through
How?
trauma.
I have to try to get behind him, don't I?
You can, yeah. Although you might be doing a lot more damage because you've upgraded your weapon. Locking on might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to... How do I backstab again? Oh, shit.
You just hit the R1 button behind him. Like that, yeah.
Yeah, got him.
Well, he's already dead, so...
I think, yeah, I'm doing slightly better.
They're beautiful, don't
Am I going
they?
this way?
Yes. So, mind break... So basically, someone gets traumatized enough that their mind snaps and their personality does a shift.
Shit, too.
That's what the genre is.
Kind of want to... I think it was more space back here, so...
So basically, like, if... I don't know if this would be helpful at all. If your friend is that concerned about what he's watching... What?
Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know. She just said it to me before, and I was thinking.
I could write up a list of genres.
Don't. I won't. I think she already asked me a few months back. I just thought it was interesting that he was watching it and she was worried.
Yeah, but I'd be like, if he's watching any of these, you need to have a discussion with him.
Fuck, I did. Okay.
You know.
Well, I just told her just the topics. I think the parents are glancing at what he's watching anyway, because they probably want to know what he's watching.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably like quickly scroll through it and like. You probably have to, like.
But anyway, so I had to look up. What is it that these people were looking for in Notorious Girlfriend? And so apparently, the things that they were looking for that people liked the manga for, they liked the fact that she was getting corrupted.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They liked the fact that it was an ugly guy going with her, because again, I guess it's. I don't know if they see themselves in the ugly guy. Is that what the whole ugly guy thing's about? Or is it the contrast?
I think it might be that they see themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's horrible to say. I'm sorry, everybody. But I do think that.
So, there's like a couple of reasons why they would go for that. And I don't get it. I mean... But like, here's the thing. Like, it was not just the case of me not getting it. It was of me not being able to even understand it. You're about to die.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you notice you ran out of stamina?
Yeah. I forgot I don't have the ring on anymore. I have
the health ring?
Yeah, I don't have that on. I still have the other ring on.
I don't think it's making that much of a difference overall.
I'll just put it on.
If you're going to put it on, you need to go to equipment.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just an interesting area. I think... Like, one thing I'm wondering is there a lot of extreme content in hentai because of the fact that no one talks about it, and so...
Probably as well because it's animated, it's easier.
They have to cater to, like, the people who will actually be willing to spend big money on it.
Would the fly go up as far as here?
Like, I was watching...
I'm just curious, does the fly come up this far?
If it can get around the wooden boards, it would. But right now it was up against it from underneath, so it might just be wedged in there. Now, if you're feeling particularly bold, you could try to parry this guy as well. I'm not sure if you'd be able to do it, but you could. Backstabbing's probably a bit more reliable for him, though. You should probably be locked on if you're trying to backstab him. Now, you could probably like hit him once or twice once he gets up, but it's also a bit of a risk, so you could just focus on... Okay, that also works if you want to roar her, buddy. So, you can't backstab while you have your shield up. Like, I think maybe that's what happened there. You had your shield up, you tried backstabbing, and just went into a normal attack.
Okay, I think if I went... Okay, good, I only alerted one of them. There's two down there.
Well, let's see. But, like, I was watching, Trash Taste. You know Trash Taste?
I know Trash Taste because it has
The Anime Man,
an Anime Man
Hiccup,
and yeah.
and Sea Dog. But
I told you I thought they're the ones I went to some of the places they suggested for figures in Japan.
Oh, nice.
For their figure challenges that they do.
And they gave some very good
They
advice.
that's the one there. It was the one, remember I told you, where it was like you rent, it was a second-hand one, but the figures are all still really good quality and they rent the cases.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
That was the main one I wanted to find, and it was from their podcast that me and my friend found it, because we kind of took us a while to find it, and I kind of wish we found it before we went other places, because there was a lot of nice figures there. And God, the Japanese take really good care of their figures. Very happy with that. But
so basically, I was watching one of their episodes where basically they were watching a bunch of hentai that...
Oh, you told me about the amusement park one.
Well, yes, that was a different one. That was like a challenge one, whereas like, that one was name a hentai that made you cry.
Imminent Swamp, okay.
That's Imminent Swamp if you're going backwards, you see.
And what's this say?
You see, these messages are probably for people...
I did it!
Well, actually, this one's for coming out.
For coming out of the swamp?
Yeah.
Where am I? I'm at the Valley of the Drakes!
Yes, and actually there's something I want you to do here very carefully. So, I want you to... There's a little kind of bridge over there, do you see? This wooden bridge.
Yes.
If you cross it...
Does it break?
Be careful. It doesn't break, no. Just
Or am I
cross it.
being careful?
Just don't run off the edge, is what I'm saying, like, Because otherwise you'd be all the way back down at Blighttown.
What side?
And do you see the door in front of you?
Is there a monster in here behind the wall?
So we've opened this door.
Yeah.
That's because we used the master key.
Where does it lead to again?
So, if you... well, where does it lead to? I mean, if you go down the steps here, you may as well just see, like, where
I
you
can't
are.
remember. Did I obviously opened it before?
You were obviously on this side one time because you opened the door.
Oh, yeah.
You recognize where this is?
Yeah, so I can go to the Firekeeper from here.
Mm-hmm. But before that, though, can we look at some of your items you picked up?
Here, yeah, you're faster at that, so I'll hand it back to you.
I can keep talking about the other stuff afterwards. So where was I at? So let me just think of all the stuff we picked up. One thing we picked up was a key. Key to the new Londo ruins, you see. So you know how that door you had opened? You wouldn't have been able to open it until you got this key if you didn't have the master key.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. The ruins of New Londo were blocked off, but the cursed ghosts posed danger to life and spirit, and the legends speak of a terrible dark which was sealed away. That's good foreshadowing right there. We picked up Remedy, I think?
Yeah, we did.
Sorcery of the Red-Robed Yulva, one of the sealers of New Londo, reduces bleeding and poison buildup and undo various poison effects. One of New Londo's unique healing sorceries, perhaps she abandoned her sealer duty to take her healing arts back to Blighttown. And then we got armor, I remember. Mask of the sorcerers who flooded New Londo to seal away the dark rates and the four kings who descended into dark. It symbolizes their resolve to keep the seal shut forever, and their atonement for all who were sacrificed, but two of the three forsook New Londo upon tiring of their duty, implying two of the three forsook New Londo, meaning
No idea.
there's still one there.
Oh, okay.
See, two of the three.
Oh,
So clearly one of them is still carrying out their duty.
okay.
The sealers were once known as healers, and the bright crimson was a symbol of that. And then I think it's the same like description all throughout. It's not a bad look. You got a nice skirt. It's actual defense. Hang on, actually, can I compare it to some of your?
Yeah. Work wet.
Why is the crimson waistcloth so much better than the black leather boots you have?
Can I wear it instead?
It's only 0.5 heavier, which I don't know if that like changes anything.
Do you want to put it on? We'll see.
That's the same roll you had before, isn't it?
I think so.
The medium roll.
Yeah.
What about the other stuff? Oh, you have Elite Knight Gauntlets. So the way this usually works is that the lighter stuff... Oh, even this doesn't actually. Usually has better like magic, fire, and lightning defense, but lower physical defense, you see.
Oh, no.
That's part of what they usually try to do balancing-wise. Oh my god, it's so much better.
But it would probably bring me into heavy roll.
0.8 heavier.
Is that a heavier roll?
No, it's like that's still a medium roll. A heavier roll is like where you like go sideways and like plonk on the ground.
I think it's okay.
So be careful up here now, because we came down from below, the elevator might not be down. So check to make sure that the elevator is down.
Oh yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, so pull the lever first. So
Pull the lever.
Bronk. But what was I saying anyway before that? Oh yeah, just their series. So they had an episode where it was like their Patreon people recommended them hentai to watch. And one of, well, I mean, there was a bunch of messed up stuff in there, but one of them was, Jesus, what then was the name of it? Something Night something. It was like a sci-fi series where basically the main character was constantly sleeping with aliens.
Okay.
Like she was, the aliens would force themselves on her.
Yeah.
Do all sorts of weird things, like did surgery to make her vagina bigger, so that...
What the?
Of what?
That wasn't here before.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone. Is she the firekeeper?
Oh. Interesting.
I didn't kill her, did I?
How about you pillage all of this stuff and reread its description? You see what you got there last?
Yeah, an eye thing.
Could you look behind you as well, just before... You remember who was over here?
Oh, the golden guy.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my firekeeper? Okay, you do the things better, so.
Let's start with this black eye orb. Invade world of murderer of firekeeper. Mystical orb found on a keeper's corpse. Invade the world of the murderer of a firekeeper to defeat the perpetrator and reclaim the soul of the firekeeper. The black eyes keep constant watch on the city of the gods and Orlando. And if we go over here... Where is it now? Here it is. Worn by the firekeeper at Firelink Shrine. It is thought to have once been the white hood of a maiden, but smoke and ashes from bonfires have darkened it over the years. It is thought to have once been the white skirt of a maiden, but its true origin is lost in patches of blood. Perhaps its former wearer was maimed to prevent escape. So, just to explain, because we kind of missed out on something here, unfortunately. So, do you remember with the Golden Knight, I kept...
Trying to get dialogue off.
Dialogue off of him.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bit where he mentions, like, oh, I'm growing tired of this place and I have no more use for her. Maybe I should think about moving on. And so you come back up here.
And she's gone.
Yeah, so it seems that he's murdered her.
But he's not from our world?
Well, here's the thing. So, NPCs in this, you remember Solaire told us that time is convoluted in this land.
Yes.
Worlds merging and not merging.
Yes.
So it's implied that most NPCs we're meeting have their own worlds. Mm-hmm.